Yeah, just looking at his performance, he was so tanky and dealt so much damage and was just unstoppable, completely swallowing all the damage that Kid was able to deal with his Ezreal with a counter strike, and then stunning up a lot of enemies, champions with flashing stunts. That was just incredible from him. And yeah, IG with a very, very nice comp, but they couldn't really pull it off in the end due to the late game comp coming out from EDG. So we'll see what they decide to pick up this time around, because I don't think they will go for this Lux again.
Yeah, exactly. The Lux Ezreal Leona combo from IG was cool, and it was made to sort of make a pick happen and then pressure an objective like, dragon, turrets, whatever you want. The only problem is that Edward Gaming were so good at not letting their champions get sniped off, with the exception of FCCF, who died a few times. But it really didn't phase EDG all that much. So it was a cool idea, and it was fun to watch it work, but it just wasn't as strong as the straight-up objective-based play that EDG had. They were perfectly fine with patiently waiting things out, and once Koro got strong enough, that's kind of all she wrote. So coming in here to game number 2, like you said, gonna see a very different strategy out of IG if they pull Avicii Gaming and just stick with the same strategy over their entire set without changing anything. It's not going to look too good, and the people who predicted 2-0s for Edward Gaming are going to be pretty happy. But if there is anything that you can say about IG, it is that they are never predictable. They will pull out some of the craziest strats, like that Wombo Combo ult burst strat that you saw in game 1. We'll see what they have in store.
Yeah, but they need to pick a working combo this time around, because they are...
Hey, it did work. It did work. It just didn't work very well.
It did get the kills, but it didn't win the game, and they need the points right now, especially with LGD sitting so close, just right behind them. They may even struggle to stay in the LPL if it goes this way.
Yeah, and you can see the standings on your screen right there. Invictus Gaming 1 point ahead of LGD, and I think Invictus Gaming and LGD are two of the most evenly matched teams in LPL. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into picks and bans for game number 2. IG, of course, on the blue side. Edward Gaming swapping over to the red.
Yeah, so this Jax ban will most probably come out, but we'll see what they do to the supports, because once again, I have seen some games in which the first game Thresh was banned against Kitties, and the other game they gave it away when Kitties owned them with their Thresh. So EDG still have to keep that support champion in mind. But IG, they do not ban this Jax as of yet. It's just a Rengar ban.
Yeah, and keep in mind, in game 1 we actually saw double support bans, Braum and Thresh, taken away from Kitties by EDG. So probably we'll see a little bit of a different focus here, as either one of those champions have been banned out. Interesting to see Clearlove's Rengar getting a little bit of love of his own in the ban department. Not often you see a Rengar ban, more often you'll see the Lee Sin taken out. So I can only imagine that IC are going to first pick the Lee Sin here, but they could also go for like a Gragas, top lane for Yongsu, if that is the route they want to go. Also, a number of picks left up here. Ziggs, you could take that one away from you. Let's see, what else is there up there that they would love to have? Kog'Maw, also a very strong pick, but not necessarily.
Yeah, they would love to have.
Oh, they get the Braum, though. So it was banned from Kitties, though. Thresh is available, Nero.
Yeah, and FCCF will definitely want it.
Yeah, so... yeah, I can't imagine. Okay, so they're just going to save the Thresh pick for later on, because they know that the support's already been chosen. So unless this is another one of those crazy jungle Braum games, where you need both Braum and Thresh, I don't think IG are going to take both of those.
Or an AD carry Thresh, which we have seen in the solo queue.
Please, no. I don't think never remind me. I remember those games. I've blocked them out until now. Thank you for reminding me of those painful memories. Zatai locking in the Lux again. Trying to make a point versus Clearlove Ziggs, but like, how many points are you willing to cost your team when you keep picking that Lux? This time with a Skarner jungle. All right, Illusion. There Okay, this is what's so weird about Invictus Gaming, like their pick phase. They could have gotten Thresh for Kitties, but they didn't. They could have gotten Lee Sin for Illusion, but they didn't. They could have gotten literally any champion that hasn't been banned here for Zatai. And to be fair, four mid lane champions have been banned. But he goes for the Lux again. I guess that's going to be just comfort pick, but oh my god, Name! He takes the Ezreal from Kid! That's so cool to see the switch up. They're not allowing IG to go for that same team comp, even if it wasn't effective. Making a pretty big statement. Looking to see what Kid is going to pick for the AD carry.
Yeah, and I was just about to ask if they want to pick this Lux just to get this Lux on Zatai, or do they really want to go for this comp with Ezreal? And as Ezreal gets taken away, we will not even get to know about it. Kid will most probably look for this Corki, but still the Thresh AD carry hope lives on because he hovered over a Jace. Also, not a standard pick for the AD, but it's just a dream.
Well, he also hovers over the Tristana, which he winds up locking in. And so this is kind of the opposite, at least from the duo lane perspective. Whereas in game 1, it was Name who played the hyper carry and Kid who grabbed the Ezreal. This time around, it's Name is playing easy. Kid with the Tristana. So big focus on range here, at least from the carry line. Stand very, very far back. And with Illusion kind of focuses or functions as like the Leona. From game number 1. You lock somebody down, and that sets up for the Lux binding, for tons of damage, DPS, the burst. IG, once again, with a big lockup, dive in, burst from the back. But look at Edward Gaming. Like, they've got a solid tank line, and when they lock in an Alistar for FZZF, Thresh not picked or banned, that is going to be very, very key at stopping a lot of this IG aggression.
Yeah, so I wanted to say that FCCF loves playing Thresh, loves playing champions that can hook enemy champions, which is Blitzcrank and Thresh exactly. But he also likes this Alistar, and this time around he will go for this champion exactly, and this will be kind of interesting. But look at this Ghost on you in the middle lane. He doesn't go for a heal, for a barrier that Ziggs would want to. He goes for a Ghost and a Flash.
Now, that's something you see a lot of, like, Twisted Fates, like Xerath will go Ghost, just to play super, super safe in the mid lane, and make sure that they're not only able to play that defensively, but also offensively to chase down kills if they wind up cleaning up a team fight. So, interesting summoner spell choice. We're going to take a quick break here before we hop into game 2. It's our last game of the night. It's Invictus Gaming. Like to bring things back in their best of 2 versus EDG. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back.
一技能的 CD 只要10秒，然后呢，你每被动打出来的2下打到英雄就会减2秒 CD， 就动减2秒。
我好像之前有看到，
很多都是撑满减 CD， 它就6秒 CD， 然后滑一波打2下已经剩4秒，然后再出一个 Q 再打2下已经剩1秒，然后接着它就会滑来滑去，就会看到那个卢锡安在画面上无止境的滑来滑去，
然后就变成迈克尔杰克逊了吗？
对，就是反而在一些比赛里面还看到因为过强而被禁用，我笑了，就是。 感觉很奇怪，然后马上又要被削，就怪怪的。他想削他，然后越改越怪。好的 ，EDG 打 IG， 目前是 EDG 1-0领先。这场 BO2 的最后结局究竟会是如何？让我们一起来期待。
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LPL, of course, broadcast in English here on Twitch TV. I am Rapid, I'm here with Nero, and we're into game number 2, rather. Second game, 1 game for Edward Gaming after Koro just went beast mode. This guy's Jax just almost single-handedly, but not quite, tore apart IG. He split pushed uncontrollably, 1 1v1s, 1 1v2s, and just wound up cleaning up the game. IG looking for a comeback. Still with the Lux in the mid lane. Not a believer just yet, but Zatai looking to convert us all.
Alright, so let's hope this works out this time around. Well, there's not this late game heavy team comp on EDG this time around. There's no Jax, there's no Kog'Maw, so they might want to really make it happen. Especially with Kid and Tristana, that might be a little bit better throughout the whole time of the game and not just in the mid and early.
Oh, a Kid faking a recall, stops it at the very last second, and now, clutch ward over the wall. That's going to scout out this potential late invade on the blue that IG might have been setting up for. We're necessarily going to hard commit to it, maybe just poke them out, but with the ward scouting things out, they will just go ahead and... Oh, the jump over the wall there! I think Kid skilled his jump level 1, and they completely bypassed that ward, and are still going to go for the blue steal. So, actually a really interesting way to go about that. We'll have to check out. I'm pretty sure I saw Kid jump over the wall, but interesting skill for level 1 just used to traverse that terrain. Yeah, and he doesn't have explosive shots, so it's a jump level 1 for Kid.
Yeah, so nice cheesy tactic coming out right there. IG getting a little bit of an advantage. A little bit of a mental advantage at the very beginning of this game. Well, maybe they will be able to pick up 1 point finally for themselves, because LGD, as I said before the game, they're just sitting at their tail, waiting to jump over them.
And there's the jump in. That's a little bit cheesy, but it sets up for Illusion's level 2 gank. IG, like, they've been... There's like, wow, this strategy of pasta is incomplete without some nice Parmesan cheese just like shredded on top. So they start Kid with a level 1 rocket jump for the slow, and that's supposed to set up for Illusion, who's in the area from going for a sneaky steal that EDG wouldn't expect, try to come in and get a stun of his own off of those auto attacks. So weird cheesy strat from IG early on, but it doesn't necessarily pay off. FCZF's just like, you guys can play a strategy, I'm just going to pulverize. But now the dive in the top lane, Yongsu going to be the recipient of probably something he's not too happy about, but more happy than anything is Koro once forced to flash. If Yongsu had counter flashed that, probably would have picked up a kill, but might have died for it. But now he's actually going to get zoned off his turret, so it's actually almost worse than a death.
But what a juke right there. He flashed away from Clearlove's cocoon so that it hit a minion and not him. That's why he stayed alive in the first place. And then, yeah, he didn't want to lose his life in exchange for a kill onto Core 1. Still a good one, a very, very good one by Yongsu.
All right, well, we've got no kills just yet, but still a lot of pressure. IG's trying to make this weird sort of like early Skarner aggression. Skarner, I'm not saying he's Warwick level where he has to wait until level 6 to have good ganks, but definitely not the strongest jungler until he gets that Impale, at which point he does get a huge power spike, able to set up for a lot of kill opportunities. But interestingly enough, you know, Kid has kind of recovered from that bottom lane. Still hasn't found any other aggression opportunities. And to be honest, that's mostly just because FZZF's playing Alistar, who is the king of counter aggression. It's like headbutt, pulverize. No. Clear Love, though, looking to start something up in the top lane. Waiting for the burnout to finish before he goes back in. And there he is. Yongsu is starting to make his way back to the turret. Should be able to juke this with the minion wave. And yeah, no questions asked. Not going to be anything for Clear Love top.
Yeah, and talking about this early gank by Illusion on this counter, it's just his nature. Like, this player loves early aggression.
Speaking of strength, look at Illusion. He actually dodges a wave from that the cocoon. Sidesteps it and puts down so much pain. Clear Love forced out of his jungle.
Yeah, and forces a flash too, so that's a nice thing. And also, a thing that we didn't point out that for the bottom lane, a heal and a flash got used by Name back then, so it wasn't a completely wasted gank.
It's true, they did need to escape with their lives, and summoner spells were used to do that. So, biggest thing to take away from at least what's happening right now. Bottom lane, a lot of pressure as FCZF and Name don't have summoner spells, but still a lot of pressure top lane too. Koro 1 definitely feeling quite comfortable in his lane versus Yongsu. Especially since Yongsu doesn't have sustain yet, which is something that top lane Gragas does very well.
Alright, so EDG, they do have this one game advantage already, so they do have the confidence that they can beat the cheesy strats of Invictus Gaming, but will it work out this time around though? Clearlove, as we have seen a second ago, had to burn his flash in his own jungle. So a lot of pressure from IG early on. But it was pretty much the same thing in the previous game. They had the nice early kills from this Ezreal Lux comp, but later on it didn't work out.
Now, Tristana auto-pushes lanes with her explosive shot, but FCZF's area of effect heal on Alistar, it actually allows I think it's Triumphant Roar, it allows the minions to be a little bit more resilient, so ordinarily both Alistar and Tristana would push waves, but now you actually see it a little bit more even than it would be otherwise, just because FCZF, he's there to help a minion out, keep them alive a little bit longer.
Yeah, if you use the Triumphant Roar quite skillfully, you can even deny the enemy AD carry some CS. But that's some really hard thing to do.
Illusion this time will not be able to dodge the cocoon, and Clearlove's got his number. I'm not sure if he asked nicely for it, but he's still able to predict where he's going. Now, the bounce backwards, dodges the bouncing bomb, but there is Kid right on time, taking out Illusion. Illusion goes down, and now EDG still trying to push the IG around, but IG without the jungler.
Yeah, Alistar plays just look so funny. You jump in with a flash and then pulverize, and then you're so aggressive, and Kid walks to you to try and deal damage, says hello, but there's a headbutt. No, I'm out of here.
So Zatai just ults the mid lane, clears out an extra wave, puts some of that damage back down onto you, who's not really too afraid of that. More importantly, biggest takeaway from that team fight is that Name got that kill, but Ghost Pop there, Use going in on this one, and Zatai can't run away, he misses his Q, not able to hit that, lands the binding. He's got Illusion to come in there, Illusion's level 4, so no Impale, and Zatai dodges everything, Illusion! Man it up on the Skarner. Of course, flash forced out there by Illusion. More importantly, Zatai had flash too, so he had outplays for days there. And you going a little bit too aggressive.
Okay, so a tricky thing about Lux is that her Q is actually the binding, and the E is the Lucent Singularity. And you said she missed her Q and then she hit her Q, so 2 times in a row. Just a little thing. Point out. There we go, the fight in the bottom lane. Once again, Kid, I do want to see him owning with that Tristana. We don't see it too much in the LPL, but we do see a lot coming out from LMQ, from Vasily.
It is Vasily's favorite champion, or XWXG if you want to go by his old name. But either way, it's a champion that you pick because you want more mobility than Kog'Maw offers, but you still want the late game scaling. And especially with this sort of like high range comp that you've got with Zatai, especially. Top lane though, Koro versus Young Su. Young Su not going to chase. Koro keeps his ult. Laser in the mid lane used defensively just to clear the wave.
Well, it's not such a defensive play when you are using it to clear the wave to gain the experience and farm, and not to defend the turret, but still, Zatai not using it to get the kills or the steals.
Look at Illusion, he is just dominating this match. A little bit of a shield comes in there, Mega Inferno bombs out, but it's not enough. There's two-shot barrage as well. You might get a little bit caught here, but he's got the bounces. Gonna bounce his way back to his turret.
Right, so Name just shows Kid how to play this Ezreal. He throws out 1 two-shot barrage and hits 1. That's a nice stat already.
I mean, he's also got the only kill for Edward Gaming, so that's a nice start too. Of course, those other 2 kills going to Illusion, and incredibly deserved. Man, that guy's has some early pressure. And Skarner, not a champion you see a lot out there, but is one of Illusion's best champions along with Lee Sin.
Yeah, so still, I'm waiting for the bottom lane pressure, for the bottom lane aggression to come out. But the dragon is just waiting right there, and we have seen a little bit of focus around it already with the kills going down in this area. So maybe this dragon will be started off quite soon.
Traditionally, you'd see this team composition from IG played with a champion like maybe Ahri, where you could gank in the bottom lane. Though Kitty's just getting that all kinds of knocked up there. Does get the stand behind me, using Kid to Kid to body block there, but way too much ability to chase that thing out there. And Name didn't even have to use his true shot barrage there to pick up the kill. Kitty's walked right into that cocoon. Something I hope I will never have to say about myself.
Right, so Braum actually uses stand behind me and tells his AD carry to stay in front of him just to block the damage. Well, that's a little bit of a comeback move, but as I said, EDG might be looking for a dragon right now.
Yeah, especially power plays bottom lane almost always result in dragons just because hey, you don't have your AD carrier support. You're one man down. And no teleport coming in from either Koro or Yongsu. Of course, Koro just choosing not to do it because his team's got the dragon anyway. Yongsu's teleport actually down after having used it earlier.
Alright, so this dragon goes down. EDG do get another kill too, and that went to Kalilov, so no big deal on Name. Just has 1 kill and 1 assist. Still is gonna be a big monster, as Name always is. But, well, the question is, will he build the Youmuu's Ghostblade on Ezreal? What do you think, Rapid?
You know, I was worried a little bit about Kid's Ezreal in game 1 getting outscaled by Name's Kog'Maw, but Kid was just a monster on that Ezreal, mostly just because it is one of his comfort picks, but oh, Illusions looking to get an on to Koro, knocks him away a little bit early. Yongsu's taking this turret, and he is almost dead. Yongsu needs to get out of there. One more turret shot before he dies, and Koro just outplays the hell out of that gank. Illusion can't do anything if his laner gets... Oh, true shot barrage! Okay, gotta compose myself. Just a little bit. Almost kills off Yongsu. Don't worry, guys. I'm okay. Yongsu's okay, too. We livin', but Name not able to find a kill off of a very nice snipe. Now turning that pain back onto Kid. Look at that QW in from FZZF. It's gonna turn that around, but won't get stunned out. Kid taking that trade. Does not like it.
Alright, so now once again hitting the ultimate. This time around, not really getting the kill, but he does hit them. That's a good thing, yeah. And once again, throwing out from the bottom lane to the top lane is a very hard thing. And he does hit this ultimate. And Yongsu just barely staying alive. Things like that happen over and over again, but in the pro gaming, when you see something like that, it just takes your breath away.
I'm gonna have to like use a deep and manly voice after my reaction to Yongsu's survival there. A little bit crazy, but like you said, happens all the time. Shouldn't get too excited. But most important thing to notice here is that EDG, like a lot of times their success or failure is off of Clear Love, and he's getting dominated by Illusion, at least in the 1v1s. Now, he has been able to turn things around, like the bottom gank into Dragons, so still effective, but Illusion is just manning things up. Has this Impale, and off of this push underneath the turret, there's the stand behind me, right into the Brommel. A lot of counter engage there, but Illusion still got the damage down there, locks the slow there on to Name, and FZZF, he's gonna get not impaled, but stunned out there just a little bit. Teleport coming in, but canceled. And with an impale there, Illusion's just gonna run back in. Kitty's tanks the turret up so that Illusion can take it longer, but Kid actually outplays the headbutt. Jump in the other direction, Illusion almost dies again. IG can't kill him off. Nice dive there, gives it 2 kills. Coming their way.
Was extremely close though. Kitties could have died, and Illusion could have died. They do get the kills though, and they will have the advantage in case of a next dragon, I think. That they've lost the previous time it went down, but yeah, they secured the turret in the bottom lane, so that gives them a little bit of an advantage.
Oh my gosh. Alright. This game's looking a little bit iffy. Illusion in the jungle. His Skarner is just going off, so he's got the plays. And honestly, this is what IG kind of lacked early on in game number 1. They were trying to do it with Ezreal Lux, landed, and with a Leona, kind of leaving Illusion out of the picture. He's like, put me in, boss. I got those catches, and able to combo them so well, especially with like the dive in the bottom lane, dives in the top lane, dives everywhere, and jungle pressure to boot. Like, Illusion Skarner is something else, something special. Big question mark still in my mind is the tie. What does his Lux even do? He's got 2 assists, but hasn't really been comboing much, just using that ultimate to clear waves. Now, oh, Kitty's an Illusion, nowhere to run. Get over here. Name get some help from FZZF, and there's actually Clear Love coming in from behind. Illusion's gonna have to go all in on this, and does find the kill on the Kid. Now with that red buff slow coming off the repel, is it enough? No. not going to be enough as Kid finds a reset. No more kills coming IG's way, but IG's, that was a strong gank.
Yeah, and just what I said, they will be getting the advantage of the Baron area, but actually it's just the bottom lane area, and they don't really need that dragon if they can get yet another turret. There comes the Mega Inferno Bomb though, that will stop the push. But yeah, Kid getting a red buff on top of this fight too.
A little bit of trade tanking here on the turret. It does finally fall. Yongsu took most of his health there, so he will have to recall eventually, coming up here in the near future. Kitties and Kid, that combo, the I don't know, what are we gonna call that combo? It's like the double K lane. It sounds like a ranch in Texas. I don't know, but Kid and Kitties, they are definitely making some moves here, especially on Tristana, a champion that has a very strong early game, like you saw from the jump in, trying for that cheesy Skarner gank. But even as we get in here to like the 20 to 25 minute mark, her rough mid game is going to start to taper off, and especially a lot of Tristanas will actually go Shiv first, just for that wave clear to get the CS to get themselves towards the late game. But it's the first item Infinity Edge into the Zeal, so can't ask for a better game from Kid.
Right, so there we go. The dragon will be spawning in just a second. EDG do have the timer, but IG do have the control. Who will come out on top? Will this be a big team fight?
Thinking it's going to be a big team fight. Oh, Kid actually rocketed out of there by the explosive casket. Illusions just manning up, front lining it. Now might be in a little bit of trouble. The Mega Inferno Bomb's coming. Not going to snipe anything off there. Dive in from behind. As Yongsu's going to get in there. But look at Kitty's there, manning things up. He is tanking everybody up, but probably not exactly where he wants to be. FCZF's gonna trade support kill for support kill. Kid jumps the long way, looking to maybe, oh, he's gonna flash and get the reset chop. He is looking to chase in here, no slow there. Losing Singularity is not gonna land, but the Finalis phone kill. The final spark. Taking that spark of life away from Clear Love.
Yeah, and that's still a good fight for Invictus Gaming, even though they finally lost a kill. Oh, and they will even take the blue buff before taking the dragon. And yeah, Illusion just dealing all the damage that he would want to.
You can see Kitty's like has this giant cheesy grin on his face because he just like walked into 5 people. It's like, I'm super tanky, and he got bursted down immediately. So here's what starts the fight. Koro won and Illusion. And usually Koro would maybe win this matchup, but look at Name, just perfect backup for Koro. He's like, chill out, Koro. I got your back. Illusion's just like, I don't think you understand, man. Gets the tail strike there. Now, Illusion's in a little bit of trouble. So this means the EDG are just like in full catch mode. They're like, hey, let's chase on and kill Illusion. Can't do it. And here's where Yongsu just makes a big manly play. Dives into 5. Kitties is busy making manly plays of his own. And now as the tie's coming in, Yongsu and Kid off the back of that are able to kill off FCZF. Kid gets the jump, gets the kill for the reset, and then jump flashes over the wall. And that's where you see the perfect snipe there from the tie. Big Lux plays being made. His first kill of the game, but he made it look good.
I don't know if you noticed, but while running away, Illusion stopped to slow down the enemies, and still the Mega Inferno Bomb missed, and the Q from Ezreal barely missed, so that could have been a lot worse for him, but luckily he stays alive, and IG still retain the control. They did pick up this dragon during the replay, and they just have such a big lead right now. So EDG, they won the first game, and they looked quite confident right there, but this time around, IG do know how to execute this team comp.
And look at IG, they're defending their wards and putting out these deep just vision advantages all throughout the jungle. Double pink ward in that bush, like, double warding's pretty rough, but double pink ward is taking that to a next level. That's when you really want to just make a ward sticky, keep it in one place. It's going to take 10 auto attacks to take those down.
Alright, the game continues. IG still battling over the wards. Double pink. Right there. And it's just the 20th minute in the game, and we already have this fed Tristana in the mix.
It's not only fed from just kills and stuff, taking down the first tier top lane turret by herself almost, but oh, EDG are going to get flanked here. Okay, wow. Illusion, Kid, and Kitties could have just like flanked EDG all the way around from behind, but didn't want to do it. They would have been a little bit mismatched. Would have been like a 4-on-3, maybe with Zatai coming in from the front.
Yeah,
But-
Zetai could just throw out the ultimate, so they would still be quite even.
IG, they're still looking for something to do. Haven't really found too many big objectives, and once again, I'm going to take a brief break while I try to get this stream back up and running. It appears to be having a few minor technical difficulties, so give me one moment while I go ahead and hop back in for a quick refresh.
Alright, so 402 Tristana, 514 Skarner. Big lineup for IG, if you ask me.
Feel free to give us a little bit of a radio cast for the meantime while I
Alright, so
make sure that everything's working here.
right now we do have an Infinity Edge and a Phantom Dancer on kit on this Tristana, so that is already quite huge, but yeah, still looking at this Skarner, if you get caught by the Impale, and then there is a Tristana and a Lux on top of you, I don't think that you have big chances of surviving that. Even with the Alistar's ultimate, it would be hard. And yeah, 10-3. 7 kills advantage right now in favor of IG. They do lead in the turrets, in the gold, in the kills, in the dragons, pretty much everything that they would want to. Korwan is going for a little bit of an aggression.
Oh, Youngsu forced the flash. I don't know about that one. Koro had already used his ultimates, so not sure there was a whole lot of pressure left on that. But EDG, they're put on a lot of counter pressure. Youngsu went back in after he flashed away. Like, that's kind of why you keep running, man. Youngsu gets busted up there. Second time in this series that Koro has been devastated. And he's going to get the TP out! Illusion. He's a fast Scorpion, but he wasn't fast enough for the Fat Man. Koro makes it back to base alive. I was like, why is he TPing? And I looked and saw Illusion like rocketing at him at like supersonic Skarner speeds. A lot of alliteration there. Wasn't enough. Oh, Binding lands. And there's the laser coming out as well. Sniping out you. Not enough for the kill though.
Not enough for the kill. That is the key word. You need to
IG getting a lot of big picks here. Huge true shot barrage from Name. Big value from the area of effect here. But look at Kid just going off. Gets the rocket jump in. Not going to find any kills off the back of that. But the kills coming inside the base as Koro's dead. And that is a big 3 for 0 off of just bad positioning in the jungle. IG capitalize. And now they will put a capital K on their capitalization as they take down their mid lane turrets.
Alright, so still IG having such a huge lead, winning the fights, getting the turrets, even diving so far behind the enemy's lines. It just shows the power right now. As I said already one time in this game, I don't really see EDG winning a fight right here against such beastie champs like Tristana and Skarner with a lot of gold on them.
Oh, the laser! Up onto Name. He's got to get out of there post-haste. Where's the true shot barrage? Oh, wait. He's the one with it. All right. So, first it was Youngsu who got sniped out there by Name and lived just barely. And that time it was Name that barely managed to get out of that laser combo. The struggle of being Zatai and almost one-shotting people.
Yeah, almost. And it happened in the previous game too. On FZZF. But then it worked out 2 times, so this game is a little bit worse in this term. Catching someone out with ultimates.
Oh my gosh. Once again, I'm going to have to make up for that by using a deep and manly voice. My reactions... I mean, it's just like, come on. How lucky do you have to get? Name's just like, well, I'm going to include this one extra magic resist rune in my rune page. Something like that makes it pay off there. And Youngsu is pushing very aggressively. And yeah, there's Dragon's Descent. Getting that escape away from Koro and Name.
The viewers will not forgive you that. Rip.
I'm trying really hard to... it's not working out too well.
Yeah, just rest in peace, headphone users, right now. And you do that for the 2nd time already. I hope that some of them...
It's not my fault these guys are living with like 2 HP. Like, come on, man. There's only so much I can do. True Shot Barrage down to the bottom lane is not going to impact Kids pushing at all.
And it's all about Yeah, go ahead.
I'm actually kind of wondering what it's all about right now.
Yeah, it's all about this Zetai catching someone off guard because pretty much, I know this counter can bolt in and catch someone with an impale, but that doesn't really work this way. You need to get something to get it going, and they don't really have too much CC other than that. So Zetai, he needs to hit all the cages right there.
And at
So
this
IG
point,
can just...
Edward Gaming are not looking to hemorrhage turrets. They are putting up a very strong defense, and especially with that explosive cast from Kuro, if somebody gets knocked in, they're not going to have a strong or a good time. Zetai is trying for these catches behind the turret. And it's a great position for him to do it in. The only issue is that the longer IG keep sieging here, the more time it gives you to get back to the team fight, and chance for a counter engage, of course, from that Gragas barrel. Turret will fall, and EDG fall back to their own base. 6-1 now as Invictus Gaming just non-stop. Great rotations going from turret to objective, and now just clearing out the jungle before backing off to spend all of their hoarded gold. Makes them sound like pirates.
Oh, Pirate Tactics was here today.
Oh, that's true.
So maybe he left his trace on the stream.
Pirate Technics. I'm gonna have to call him that whenever I see him again. Baron started here for IG. Illusion's actually the one zoning out the team. It's like, hey guys, I'm the jungler. There's no way we could be starting Baron right now. And as IG withdraw from the Edward Gaming jungle, I think it becomes all too apparent that EDG have just lost themselves. Baron buff. True Shot Barrage reveals it, but does not steal it. I was trying to make it rhyme, but grammar is a little bit more important. And IG, like a free Baron. Like to push in to the base.
Yeah, 11k gold difference right now. After this Baron, even more. EDG, well, they won the previous game, but they are not looking so well in this one. And even though you got his comfort pick on this Ziggs and also Core 1 sitting on this Gragas, it just doesn't work against IG.
And I feel like because of how far ahead Invictus Gaming are, they're kind of entering easy mode. Like their AD carry can walk up and tank turret shots and rely on Baron healing and lifesteal. And look at Kitties. Kitties can just throw up the Unbreakable, or even maybe like a stand behind me, get that extra defenses up, and just walk up to the turret and take a few shots and start to chunk it down.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
Oh, the laser off onto FZZF, but he's got his ultimate. He's out of there. No questions. That's Illusion flashing in. Not enough for an Impale, and that is Skarner Flash down. One of the most valuable spells you can get on the champion. And once again, a little bit of stream hesitation. Certainly hope there's not like a big team fight going on right now.
Yeah, we are waiting for IG to just storm through the base and waiting for the team fight to actually happen, and we do have a little bit of something going on. Kid gets 1 kill onto FCCF and destroys the inhibitor turret, and they are going for the damage. Right now a double for Kid, just jumping for the triple, and he gets it, but there is one snipe from Final Spark. Final Spark just mixing up the
and it's a surrender from EDG. We actually missed the last team fight, which is incredibly anticlimactic. I know, what a horrible time for the stream to kind of lag out there. But Invictus Gaming, bring it back. A 1-1 score indeed. There you can see handshakes out for everyone on Edward Gaming. EDG and IG will split 1 game apiece, so if you're an IG fan out there, you're pretty happy to at least see a great showing. And honestly, MVP for that game has to go to Illusion. He just manned up on his Skarner pick, had some huge showings, and that's going to be a 1-1 for our second game of the night. Our first game, keep in mind, was a 2-0 victory for Young Glory versus World Elite, so a very surprising upset there. But as you can see on our screen, tomorrow it will be Young Glory as they get to take on another Titan on the top side of the brackets in Edward Gaming. Team you just saw split 1-1 versus IG, as World Elite come back for what could be the deciding matchup for their top 4 standings as they take on Starhorn Royal Club. World Elite fallen from grace with a 0-4 so far this week, so looking to bring it back against Starhorn. Of course, that'll be tomorrow at 1600 China time. That is, I believe, 4 o'clock on the East Coast Pacific or Eastern Standard Time, and of course 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time there as well. So hope you guys have enjoyed this production of the LPL here in English on Twitch TV. I have been Rapid, been here with Nero, and we've been your casters tonight. Hope you guys have enjoyed the show. If you'd like to talk to us, make sure to tweet at LPL Live, use the hashtag LPL, share some of your thoughts about tonight's games. That is going to do it for us tonight. Any final words, Nero?
Well, just hype up for the matchups tomorrow. World League, they have lost 4 games already, so Starhorn get a good shot at winning, and Young Glory, they put up such a good fight today that they might want to pick up a game against Edward Gaming, so don't miss it.
Absolutely, don't miss it. We'll be back here tomorrow, same LPL time, same LPL channel. Of course, make sure to follow this channel right down below the screen to stay up to date. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. In game 1, we actually saw double support bans, Braum and Thresh, taken away from Kitties by EDG. So probably we'll see a little bit of a different focus here, as either one of those champions have been banned out. Interesting to see Clearlove's Rengar getting a little bit of love of his own in the ban department. Not often you see a Rengar ban, more often you'll see the Lee Sin taken out. So I can only imagine that IC are going to first pick the Lee Sin here. But they could also go for like a Gragas, top lane for Yongsu, if that is the route they want to go. Also, a number of picks left up here. Ziggs, you could take that one away from you. Let's see, what else is there up there that they would love to have? Kog'Maw, also a very strong pick, but not necessarily.
Yeah, they would love to have.
Oh, they get the Braum though, so it was banned from Kitties though. Thresh is available, Nero.
Yeah,
I
and
guess
FZCF will definitely want it.
Yeah, so, yeah, I can't imagine. Okay, so they're just going to save the Thresh pick for later on because they know that the support's already been chosen. So unless this is another one of those crazy jungle Braum games where you need both Braum and Thresh, I don't think IG are going to take both of those.
Or an AD carry Thresh, which we have seen in the solo queue.
Please, no.
I don't think
never remind me. I remember those games. I've blocked them out until now. Thank you for reminding me of those painful memories. Zatai locking in the Lux again. Trying to make a point versus Clearlove Ziggs, but like, how many points are you willing to cost your team when you keep picking that Lux? This time with a Skarner jungle. All right, Illusion. Okay, this is what's so weird about Invictus Gaming, like their pick phase. They could have gotten Thresh for Kitties, but they didn't. They could have gotten Lee Sin for Illusion, but they didn't. They could have gotten literally any champion that hasn't been banned here for Zatai. And to be fair, four mid lane champions have been banned. But he goes for the Lux again. I guess that's going to be just comfort pick, but oh my god, Name, he takes...
Yeah, just looking at his performance, he was so tanky and dealt so much damage and was just unstoppable, completely swallowing all the damage that Kid was able to deal with his Ezreal with a counter strike, and then stunning up a lot of enemies, champions with flashing stuns. That was just incredible from him. And yeah, IG with a very, very nice comp, but they couldn't really pull it off in the end due to the late game comp coming out from EDG. So we'll see what they decide to pick up this time around, because I don't think they will go for this Lux again.
Yeah, exactly. The Lux Ezreal Leona combo from IG was cool, and it was made to sort of make a pick happen and then pressure an objective, like, you know, dragon, turrets, whatever you want. The only problem is that Edward Gaming were so good at not letting their champions get sniped off, with the exception of FCCF, who died a few times. But it really didn't phase EDG all that much. So it was a cool idea, and it was fun to watch it work, but it just wasn't.
And with LGD sitting so close, just right behind them, they may even struggle to stay in the LPL if it goes this way.
Yeah, and you can see the standings on your screen right there. Invictus Gaming 1 point ahead of LGD, and I think Invictus Gaming and LGD are two of the most evenly matched teams in LPL. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into picks and bans for game number 2. IG, of course, on the blue side. Edward Gaming swapping over to the red.
Yeah, so this Jax ban will most probably come out, but we'll see what they do to the supports, because once again, I have seen some games in which the first game Thresh was banned against Kitties, and the other game they gave it away when Kitties owned them with their Thresh. So EDG still have to keep that support champion in mind. While IG, they do not ban this Jax as of yet. It's just a Rengar ban.
Yeah, and keep him as strong as the straight-up objective-based play that that EDG had. They were perfectly fine with patiently waiting things out, and once Koro got strong enough, that's kind of all she wrote. So coming in here to game number 2, like you said, gonna see a very different strategy out of IG if they pull a Vici Gaming and just stick with the same strategy over their entire set without changing anything. It's not going to look too good, and the people who predicted 2-0s for Edward Gaming are going to be pretty happy. But if there is anything that you can say about IG, it is that they are never predictable. They will pull out some of the craziest strats, like that Wombo Combo ult burst strat that you saw in game 1. We'll see what they have in store.
Yeah, but they need to pick a working combo this time around because they are...
Hey, it did work. It did work. It just didn't work very well.
It did get the kills, but it didn't win the game, and they need the points right now, especially